What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is Friday, September 29th, 2023, and I have some breaking news to share with you guys. Right now, it is 7:48 p.m. Eastern Time here in the United States, and we have some concerning information coming from the Balkans. So, apparently, the Serbian military is massing forces on the border of Kosovo. So, I want to give you guys an update on that. We also have an exercise underway right now off the coast of Norway with the USS Florida, which is an Ohio class submarine that carries 154 Tomahawk missiles, and those Tomahawk missiles are nuclear capable. But before I get into all that, I want to just mention to you guys something interesting that caught my attention today. And so in Colorado, the FAA put out a flight advisory for GPS interference testing from September 28th to the 29th, which is yesterday and today. And so they show this map here, and this map covers basically all of Colorado and parts of Wyoming, Nebraska, New Mexico, Oklahoma. This is a huge area, guys. Okay, this entire area uh, basically undergoing some kind of GPS jamming, okay, GPS jamming test. And before I continue with the breaking news, I wanted to just share the sponsor for today's video, which is National Gold Group. Guys, the US debt crisis could ignite a long-term rally in gold. Gold is up 50% since March of 2020 due to all of the debt that the US has been accumulating. So check out National Gold Group. Use my link nypgold.com for a free gold investment guide. It's really good to have some precious metals to hedge against inflation, and silver, especially, is a great option for preppers. National Gold Group is America's #1 precious metals company. Call 888-608-0809 to learn about their retirement account fee waiver program. Mention NYPrepper and you'll always get best in class service from America's conservative precious metals leader. National Gold Group has the IRA fee waiver program. That means they will pay the fees on your IRA for up to 10 years on qualifying rollovers. Call 888-608-0809 to learn about their retirement account fee waiver program. National Gold Group is Consumer Affairs top-rated gold IRA dealer. Call 888-608-0809. Again, that's 888-608-0809. And this is pretty concerning because in Colorado, we have some of our most important bases in the country. We have NORAD, North American Aerospace Defense. They have their headquarters there. And there's Cheyenne Mountain, which is a doomsday bunker, and that's where NORAD is. Okay, NORAD controls all of our missile warning systems. So if there were a nuclear war, NORAD would immediately detect any missiles coming our way and notify the National Command Authority, and then that would be disseminated to the U.S. public. So it's a huge nuclear war target. And by testing GPS jamming devices in Colorado, my guess is that they want to be able to throw off the guidance systems of some of the Russian missiles that would target this doomsday bunker here in Colorado. Okay. So that's just my theory, but this is really, really interesting. Okay. Because this area would definitely be hit with multiple surface bursted warheads because Russia would try to take out NORAD HQ and Cheyenne Mountain. So by testing GPS jammers, they want to make sure that their GPS jammers work. So this way, if there's a nuclear war, they can turn those jammers on and interfere with any Russian cruise missiles, any Russian missiles, anything like that. and protect this critically important part of the country. So I want to update you guys on the situation in Kosovo. Very, very concerning situation. Um, Serbia massing its forces on the border of Kosovo. Let me read to you what John Kirby said earlier today. He's the National Security Council spokesman here in the U.S. He said, in quote, "We are monitoring a large Serbian deployment along the border of Kosovo, including unprecedented forward deployment of artillery, tanks, and service members. We are calling on Serbia to withdraw those forces. Just by their scope, size, and presence, it's destabilizing enough as it is, and it's appropriately making people concerned, including us." Okay, so let me read some of this to you again. Unprecedented forward deployment of artillery, tanks, and service members. Okay, unprecedented, meaning they've never seen anything like that before from Serbia in recent times. Okay. Apparently, Secretary of State Anthony Blinken spoke on the phone with the president of Serbia, and he warned the president of Serbia of potential measures that would be taken against Serbia if it fails to comply with Western requests. Okay. We do know that the U.S. has an aircraft carrier right in the Adriatic Sea, okay, right in between the Balkans and Italy, okay, and they could easily send jets over to Serbia and launch guided missiles and all kinds of stuff, and just basically totally annihilate the Serbian military with airstrikes. Okay, Serbia is not under Russia's nuclear umbrella like Belarus, so Serbia is fair game, and NATO would totally annihilate the Serbian military if they do try to go after Kosovo. Okay. Britain's Ministry of Defense said it has transferred command of the 1st Battalion of the Princess of Wales Royal Regiment under NATO so it can provide support to the NATO Kosovo force. Okay. So Britain is giving NATO control of their 1st Battalion of Princess of Wales Royal Regiment, which, as far as I know, is light infantry. And that's pretty serious. So we could have a war break out any hour now, any day in the Balkans again, okay? And now's not the time to have another war with everything going on in Ukraine and possibly China invading Taiwan. You know, China's stacking up their forces on the opposite side of the Taiwan Strait, okay? So things are just getting crazy all over the world. And we also have the USS Florida off the coast of Norway, which is an Ohio class guided missile submarine, also known as an SSGN. Okay, that stands for subsurface guided nuclear. And these are the same submarines that are part of our nuclear triad, except these submarines don't have missile tubes for the Trident 2 D5 missiles. Instead, they have tubes for the Tomahawk missile, okay? And they can carry 154 Tomahawk missiles, which is as much as 5 or 6 Navy destroyers, a massive amount of firepower, okay? And they could be conventional, they could be nuclear. We just don't know. Okay. Officially, they're supposed to be conventional and have only conventional warheads on them. But in my opinion, I think they have nuclear warheads on those Tomahawks. Okay. The Tomahawk missile was designed to carry nuclear warheads. It can carry the W-80 warhead, which I believe is 150 kilotons in blast yield. So that's like almost 10 times as powerful as the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombs. And imagine 154 of those, each one with a nuclear warhead. Yeah, that's a lot of firepower. And these are cruise missiles. Okay, so they can't be intercepted and they can't be detected, which is important for a first strike. If the U.S. wanted to do a first strike on Russia and take out Russia's nuclear forces before Russia could detect the launch, they would use these, okay? And that's why I think they have this thing in Norway, or off the coast of Norway, because from Norway, those Tomahawk missiles can reach Russia's entire northern fleet. Okay, that's where they have 2/3 of their nuclear armed subs, and they can reach pretty much all of Western Russia and all of the missile silos in Western Russia. So, if there were a nuclear war, they could use these as a first strike option to annihilate Russia's silos before Russia can launch their silos, and Russia would not be able to detect these missiles because they're cruise missiles. Okay, they fly below radar, and there was an F-35 here escorting this USS Florida here. Okay, so the situation is escalating, guys. Okay, get prepared. Make sure you have a nuclear war survival plan. Make sure you have a fallout shelter. Check out my website. Check out my How to Survive Nuclear War playlist on YouTube. Check out my nuclear war survival playlist. I'll leave links in the top right corner. But you should have at least one or two fallout shelters that you could go to in the event of a nuclear war. Okay, and Russia's doing that full scale exercise, or they're doing a civil defense exercise preparing for a nuclear war, a full scale nuclear war. And that's going to happen next Tuesday. And then the day after, here in the US, we're going to be testing our emergency alert system nationwide. Okay, so the writing is on the wall. Okay, both sides are gearing up for this big war. Things are continuing to ratchet up, and there's no end in sight. I'm really concerned that we could be in the middle of a nuclear war as soon as next month. I really have a bad feeling about Putin going to China again. The last time he went to China was right before he invaded Ukraine. So get prepared, guys. Nuclear war could break out next month, even next week. So make sure you have a plan, and I'll keep you guys updated. Take care. God bless. And don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere.